Good then. I'm fine now.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sri.
Yeah. So all of you ready? Can we start the lesson?
Yes, sir. Ready, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you will be recording this session, right, sir?
I'm recording.
Yeah, ready, sir. Start చేశారా సార్? Hello? Oh, okay, sir. Oh, that's fine. I thought like already start చేసిన వాయిస్ వస్తలేదు అనుకున్నా. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, no. So in this demonstration session, we are going to see what is this UI technologies and why we have to go for that. So in this course, we will see how to create the web user interfaces. That means how to create the web pages. Today we know the importance of the websites. The lot of business is happening through, lot of communication is happening through websites. So in the past, presently, in the future also, there is a need of developing lot of websites. So how to create the websites? Actually, to create the websites, we require two types of languages or two types of technologies. Website development is possible by using two types of languages. One is client-side languages, other one is server-side languages. We can develop the websites by using client-side languages and server-side languages.
Excuse me. There is a lot of disturbance. Can you everybody unmute yourself?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hello?
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir, it's better, sir. Yeah. I think probably might be fan, right? Fan or something. Exactly.
Okay. We can develop the website by using two types of languages, client-side languages and server-side languages. So what are the client-side languages and what are the server-side languages? What is the difference between them? So first we have to know how does a website works. First, the developer will create a website and he will upload the website into the server. then we can access the website from our system. So our system is a client system. In the client system, first the user will open a browser like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, can be anything. Then we'll be typing the address https www.google.co.in, that is the URL address of the website. Once a user types the URL and press enter key, automatically the browser will send request to server. Server will give the web page to the browser. Browser sends request to server. Server gives the web page as a response to the browser. Then the web page will be displayed in the browser. This is what the process, how the web page will be opened. So in this process, there is some work for the client, there is other work for the server. The tasks of the server is performed by server-side programming. The tasks of the browser is performed by client-side programming. In that way, we have two types of programming: client-side programming, server-side programming. So first there is a browser. And there is a server. First browser sends request to server and server sends response to browser. Okay, browser sends request to server, then server gives the response to browser. So as a part of this interaction, in the browser side there should be some program to execute, on the server side there should be other program to execute. The program which executes on the browser is called as client side program. The program which executes on server side is called as server side program. Client side program, server side program. Then how to create the client side program? To create the client side program, we require two types of languages. Sorry, to create the client side program, we require three languages. One is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These three are used to create the client side program. These three are the languages. But based on these languages, particularly based on JavaScript, some frameworks are available. In real time, apart from using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the people are using many server-side, many client-side frameworks. So for the developer, apart from the knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, also the knowledge of JavaScript frameworks is required today. So, and on the server side, we can use any one of the server side languages. The server side languages are .NET, Java, PHP, etc. There are so many other options. We can use any one of them. So there is some difference between these client side and server side languages basically. The difference is that in the client side, there is no choice. We must use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But in the server side, there is a choice. We have to use either of the languages, either .NET or Java or PHP. So in different projects, the people use different server side languages. So that means in order to make a website, all the client side languages plus any one of the server side language we have to use. For example, I want to make my own some online shopping website. So I need to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript plus JavaScript frameworks, and also any one server side language, either .NET or Java or PHP. Any one only we will use at a time. In a single project, we never use .NET, Java, PHP in a same project. So But our codes will not cover the server-side languages, only the client side. From the 0 to 100% of the client-side programming languages will cover, starting from the minimum basics to advanced. Everything in the client side we will cover. Client side means UI development, user interface development. So, what kind of modules our course covers? Let's have an idea. First, our course will be started with HTML. In HTML, we have two versions, HTML4 and HTML5. HTML4 is called as normal HTML. So both will cover. HTML4, first of all, our course will be started with HTML4. Then we'll go with the XHTML, means Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. XHTML is meant for creating the web pages along with some standards, some rules. In real time, we have to follow 10 rules while writing HTML code. The 10 rules are nothing but XHTML. And CSS. CSS is what? Cascading style sheet, which is used to apply the styles to the elements like background colors, margins, borders, paddings, alignments, position, layout. The complete styling part is done by CSS. Next, next we are going to see JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language on the client side. JavaScript is used to create functionality in the web page. Many people say that JavaScript is meant for validation. That is wrong. JavaScript is not only meant for validations, it is mainly meant for the functionality in the web page. What is meant for functionality? For example, in online shopping site, I am selecting 2 or 3 products, then it has to display the total price of them. Suppose the first product price is 50 rupees, second product is 100 rupees, third product is 50 rupees. It has to display the total amount, that is 200. So that is functionality. Based on the input, it has to produce output, right? That is functionality. Simple example. When I click on the icon, the menu has to be appear. See in Google what's happening. When I click on this icon, the apps menu appear, right? This is functionality. When I click on more, the more icons are appeared, right? That is functionality. When we type something, it is displaying the matching names, right? That is functionality. So functionality means we are giving input and we are expecting some output. That is functionality. So the functionality, including the DOM manipulations, event handling, updating the CSS, updating the attributes, all these are come under JavaScript. And in JavaScript, we also cover object-oriented programming, how to create the classes, objects, inheritance, constructors, etc. will be covered in the object-oriented programming of JavaScript. And also JSON means JavaScript object notation. Means JSON is a data exchange format. Suppose I want to exchange the data from server to client or client to server. In what format I can exchange the data? JSON format. So our course covers JavaScript, includes object-oriented programming and JSON. And then we'll go to HTML5. So HTML5 is the latest version of HTML. HTML5 doesn't mean that stop using HTML4. All the concepts of HTML4 are carried forward in HTML5, but additionally some new features are available. So why we have to go for HTML5? To use the new features of, latest features of HTML5. So it has many new concepts like offline applications, drag and drop, new input types, new input attributes, meter tag, audio tag, video tag, canvas tag, SVG tag. Like this, it has many new features. To use any of these features, we can go for HTML5. And then we'll go to CSS3. So CSS3, actually, it was here CSS2. Okay, because CSS2 was released in 1999. CSS3 released in 2014. So in CSS3, we learned the new features like box shadow, text shadow, border radius, transitions, transformations, animations, word wrap, like this. And then we'll go to jQuery. So what is jQuery? jQuery is a JavaScript library. jQuery is one of the most popular JavaScript libraries. So what is meant by JavaScript library? First, there is a JavaScript language, right? Based on the JavaScript language, assume that you have created some set of functions. The set of functions that are created based on the JavaScript language is called a JavaScript library. For example, based on C language, if you can create a set of functions, that is called C language library. Based on some Java language, you created some set of predefined classes or methods, that is Java library. Same way, based on JavaScript language, you created some set of functions, that is JavaScript library. jQuery is one of the most popular JavaScript libraries. It is meant for DOM manipulations. That means it is meant for creating functionality, just like JavaScript. What is the purpose of JavaScript? To create the functionality. What is the purpose of jQuery? To create the functionality. Then what is the difference between JavaScript and jQuery? The main difference is jQuery is a shortcut. Instead of writing hundreds of lines of JavaScript code, we can perform the same task in 20 to 30 lines of code. 100 lines of JavaScript program can be written in jQuery in 20 to 30 lines of code. So to reduce the code complexity, to make it easy, understandable, easy developable, we require jQuery. So jQuery supports all the DOM manipulations, including manipulating attributes, manipulating CSS, event handling, manipulating content, selecting elements, everything. Whatever required in DOM manipulations, everything provided by jQuery. Also, we will learn jQuery UI or plugins. Plugins means, or jQuery UI means, ready-made code. Ready-made code is called as jQuery UI or jQuery plugins. What is meant by ready-made code? For example, I'm just going to Redbus. And I'm selecting some cities here. See here, automatically the date picker is coming. That means pop-up calendar. So how to create this pop-up calendar? To create this pop-up calendar yourself manually, it will take a lot of time, lot of work it needs. First, you have to make a div tag. Inside that, we have to take a table. Inside that, we have to populate the dates, and we have to give click event for them. Lot of code it requires. So instead of you make the date picker yourself, you can make use of existing ready-made date picker. If somebody made it, if you can just copy paste the same into your application, it directly works. That is more better. So that is what we call it as ready-made code or plugin. Like that, we have many plugins, not only date picker plugin, but also according plugin, autocomplete plugin, model pop-up dialog box plugin. Like this, we have many plugins. So all the plugins will cover. Next one, Ajax. What is meant by Ajax? Ajax means when we give input, it has to display the output. The data should come from server. See, for example, when I am typing like H, it is displaying all the city names that are starting with H, right? This list is not stored in my system. This list is coming from the server. Exactly when we type H, this H, the character H will be sent to server. Then on the server some processing will be done. It will check in the database and some data will be returned back as a result or response. That result only will be appear here. So when we give input, output should come, but the data should come from server. That is what Ajax. In Ajax, browser sends request to server, server will receive the request, process the request and send the response to browser. That is what we call it as Ajax. So nowadays in many situations, many options we use Ajax. Any kind of search, Google search, Facebook search, YouTube search, search is nothing but an example of Ajax. Not like that. For example, in IRCTC website, when I am given the from station to station and a date, click on search trains, it has to display the list of trains, right? That is also what? Ajax. Suppose in Facebook, like button, share button, add in the comment, reply in the comment, delete in the comment, all these are examples of Ajax. So to create a modern website, nowadays there is a need of Ajax. So we learn Ajax. Next, AngularJS. AngularJS is a framework which is meant for developing single page applications. What is meant by single page applications? Suppose Gmail. Gmail is single page application. See this? In Gmail, once you log in, all the options, all the hyperlinks works within the same web page, right? See, imagine Gmail, inbox, sent mail, draft, spam, replying a mail, forwarding a mail, composing a mail, a number of options, a number of buttons are there. All the options, all the buttons work within the same web page. We never refresh the page. Within the same page only everything works. So that is what single page application. Not like Gmail, but also Google Drive. Like that, there are few examples of single page applications today. So now the people are thinking, instead of just like Gmail is a single page application, Google Drive is a single page application, why can't we develop our own website also as a single page application? So that is the reason in real time there is a need of AngularJS. To create AngularJS, we require single page application. Sorry, to create single page application, we require AngularJS. Next, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a JavaScript cum CSS library. Bootstrap is providing some set of predefined CSS classes. That means what? Ready-made CSS code. Instead of you make the CSS code yourself, you can make use of some ready-made CSS code. So the ready-made CSS classes is called as Bootstrap. For example, I want to create a menu. I want to apply the style for heading or paragraph. I want to create buttons. I want to create text boxes. For all these things, the predefined styles are available. So either we have two options. Either you can go for applying the own CSS code, or we can make use of some ready-made CSS code. So if you want to write own CSS code, you have to learn CSS2 or CSS3. But you want to apply some ready-made CSS code, you don't want to apply your own CSS code, you don't have that much time, then you can go for Bootstrap. Next, also Knockout.js. Knockout.js also meant for single page application development. Then the difference between AngularJS and the Knockout.js is AngularJS is meant for MVC architecture, model view controller. Model view controller. We are dividing the project into 3 parts, model view controller. But Knockout.js supports MVVM architecture, model view view model. Okay, AngularJS supports MVC, Knockout.js supports MVVM architecture. Also, we'll cover some other concepts, less jQuery mobile, anything missing here? One minute. Yeah, responsive web design, yes. Static web design and responsive web design also, we forgot. So we have covered up to Knockout.js. Now less. What is meant by less? Less is meant for developing, enhancing the CSS. In CSS, we don't have variables, we don't have mixins, we don't have a color functions, right? That has been enhanced in less. So less covers everything of CSS, but additionally some color functions, variables, operators, etc. has been added. In that way, we can use CSS more better. And jQuery mobile is meant for creating mobile applications, mobile websites, exactly, mobile applications. So here, if you just go to Facebook, now this is the Facebook PC website. Now if you are typing m.facebook.com, now you can see mobile version of Facebook. When you open the Facebook in PC, it looks like this. When you open Facebook in mobile device, it looks like this. I am not talking about mobile applications actually. I am talking about only mobile websites. In mobile device, you have a browser. Through browser, when you open the Facebook website, this page will be appear. So to create this mobile look and feel, mobile user interface, we require jQuery mobile framework. And in the static web design, we will learn how to create the complete layout of the web page. How do you divide the web page into multiple parts? For example, this is our web page. How to create the header, navigation bar, container, footer, inside the container left side column, page content. How do you divide the web page into multiple parts? How do you arrange the elements into the web page? All that part is called static web design. But the drawback of static web design is the look and feel of the web page will be as it is in all the devices. That means in the PCs, in the tablets, horizontally and vertically, in the mobiles, everywhere the look and feel will be equal, same. But what we expect today is the look and feel, the UI has to be changed automatically based on the resolution. In high resolution, it has to be appear in one style. In lower resolution, it has to be, the content has to be adjusted automatically as per the width. So to make the content automatically fit for any resolution, we require responsive web design. In responsive web design, we will define, okay, in the medium devices, it has to be appear like this. In the small devices, like this. In extra small devices, like this. In large devices, like this. Based on the width of the device, we can classify, we can specify the width, height, colors, we can make adjustments. So that is what we call it as responsive web design. So all the 16 topics will be covered in depth, in detail in our course. The main highlight of this particular course is we'll start from the 0 level to 100%. So it's not like already you should know HTML. Based on that, I am starting my course. I will start everything from the scratch level to advanced. Plus, this UI technologies is common for any server-side knowledge. You may go for Java, you may go for .NET, you may go for PHP, anything on the server side. This UI technologies is common. Plus, if you don't know Java, .NET, PHP on the server side also no problem, because only based on this UI technologies you can apply for job as a front-end developer or web designer or web developer. Web UI developer. So depending on the company, the job title may be different, but you can apply for jobs like front-end developer, web designer, web UI developer, etc. So that's all in the demo session today. So in the tomorrow session, in the same timings, we'll start HTML. So we'll start HTML, how to create HTML program, headings, paragraphs, text formatting tags. This type of basic things I will cover tomorrow. So today, any doubts from anyone?
Sir, one question, sir, actually. So it's too early to ask. You said something like AngularJS and a single page application, like you are saying about, right? Like you have all the left side, that navigation bars like inbox, compose, whatever it is, like reply, forward, all. So in fact, like how does it be in HTML also? Like you are going to create all those. Those will be static, right? Means like that in the page all the time it will take some position all the time, it will be placed at that point, right? How does it really matters, like? Like I don't know.
Okay, just a minute. Suppose see this, we have a Google, and I wanted to know whether this Google is multi-page application or single page application. Okay, so Google home page is there. Okay, now I click on terms. It is going to terms page. I click on privacy. It is going to privacy page. I click on about. It is going to about page. Okay, that's fine. So this is one page. Terms is separate page. That means what? When I click on terms, we are going to terms page, right? Google home page has been closing completely. Completely, we are going to which page? Terms page. But in single page application, what happens exactly? In single page application, first the main page will appear. Suppose here I click on inbox. Okay, I click on inbox. When I click on inbox, we are not going to inbox page. When I click on inbox, we are not going to inbox page anymore. Right? The inbox page has to come here. In the same page, we are in the same page, we are not leaving the page anymore. This page is stable as it is. Only inbox data has to appear in this container. So regular applications or multi-page application means we are moving to inbox page. We are leaving the current page, we are moving to inbox page. But in the single page application, inbox page content has to come in the same page. So that's a operation actually. That is single page application. Understand now?
Okay. Means like all the time you will see only the one URL in the browser, but when you keep on doing any actions, you won't see that in the URL basically at all. It is a constant. It looks like a constant, but you have that ability to do all the actions.
Yes.
Right? Like you can navigate to all the other pages and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. And one more very silly question, sir. Okay. when you compare with Java and the .NET as the programming languages, right? And when you compare with this UI, JavaScript or you are saying about AngularJS or Node.js, whatever, which one is like more tougher actually? To get the concepts of the Java language is tougher, or to know the concepts of this one, like, you know?
I'm not saying this UI technology is just easy. It is also a little bit tough. But when you compare with server side, any server side, UI technologies is easier. It's not that much easy. It's not that much easy. By looking at it, we can understand. We have to show some interest. We have to do practice. But when you compare with any server side like .NET Java, this is definitely easy.
Okay. Because right now in our company, we have a lot of, they call them fit developers, like front-end developers. Pretty much like in every project, like they have almost 4 or 5 front developers. Because always these guys work on the pagination side, okay, the bit and then all the browsers they make. That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yes, definitely we can do that. If we complete the course, we can understand how to set the width, the height, how to make all the browsers show the same page look and feel. Everything we can handle easily.
Okay. So one more thing, sir, like all these classes will be in continuous only, right? Or do we have any break? Like how many people are there in the class now? Is it only like me or like anyone? Gap, like any idea?
No breaks. Will be continued normally.
Because couple of times I tried, sir, actually. When we go like halfway, like basically we are getting disconnected. That is the reason I'm asking. And one more thing, sir. Totally, how many days, sir? This duration is like when you other slide like you are talking about HTML, DHTML static, right? Can you tell me like how many days for each of those topics? The 16 at high level.
We cannot give a breaker. Overall, we can say it's a 45 days to 2 months.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, class timing should be every day this time only, or any, I mean, is there any possible we can change the time, like?
Timing,
Actually,
you can talk to the DURGASOFT office, please. Then we
yeah.
can talk about timing.
Yeah, but where are you located, Rajini? Like, are you at CST or PST?
I'm EST.
Oh, EST means it is 7, right? Like so.
7:30.
Yeah, for you it's 7:30 means like for me it's like 1 hour ahead. So you want like before or after? Like at what time you are looking?
After like 8:30 or 9.
Oh, 9:30 is too like late for because
Yeah,
I
it's okay.
start
9 o'clock. 8:30 or 9 o'clock is good.
8:30 means you are talking about 7:30 for me.
Yeah, yes.
7:30 also because usually I may go outside with the kids, right? So at that time I have some classes for them. So this is a perfect timing for me, like the 6:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll figure it out because like this is the timing for me. Otherwise, I need to take my kid to swimming classes and all other classes. So
Is there any possible we can do in the morning? Like in India, it's night.
no, sir, no way. Like I should rush to office, right? I take a train to go to the downtown. So I wake up at almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll see then.
Yeah, that's fine then.
Okay, thank you all, and we will continue tomorrow in the same timings.
Done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.